Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Anybody listening? I hope so. Welcome back. I am here to continue playing my playthrough of Memoria. I'm really getting into this game. I love it. It's pretty cool. Nice throwback to the old adventure games. But in any case, here we are. We're in the game. I had a bit of a glitch last time. The game actually crashed right before the end of one of the chapters. So I'm going to check and see where it left off. Okay, well, what happened is we went through, as you can see, this is the princess that we played in the flashback scene. Basically, what happened, if I remember right, the stream cut off right as they were looking at the print on the mask, and she put it on the other guy's head, commanded him to help her over the wall, and she is right now actually just stepped inside Draconia. And after we find out there's a warrior in there talking to an elementalist, which I'm guessing is some sort of mage, and the mage has just asked her, you know, how he can help her, and this is where we are now. So let's continue on.
Is this Draconia?
Yes, the Council of the Elements in Draconia. You require the services of an elementalist?
My name is Sadia. I come from Fazar.
Fazar? A long way. Did you come the whole way on foot?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm here to join the Holy Army. I want to fight in the Gore.
I'm afraid I have nothing to do with that.
Let me know if you learn any more about him. What can you do? Can you fight? Use magic?
I'm looking for a prince. I'm supposed to give him this mask.
Xerxes, take her to the prince.
But I'd rather...
At once.
If you'd follow me... I must admit we are a bit, how shall I put it, surprised by your arrival. Not many people stray here. To be honest, it's also a blessing for me. The Admiral is beginning to get on my nerves. Did you know that Draconia was built by dragons? All the wonders of this world in one place. And behind every passageway lies a new surprise. And that man wants us to drop everything and fight in his ridiculous little war. Can you imagine it? May I ask what's so special about this mask?
It takes away people's memories and turns them into slaves.
That doesn't sound very pleasant.
I was told to bring it here. That's all I know.
It looks very old, as though from a very long forgotten time. Ah, time. Isn't time an astonishing thing? At first glance, everything in Draconia seems so gigantic, and we seem so small. But that is nothing in comparison to the monumental size of the time which slumbers in these halls. According to our understanding, this is the oldest structure in Aventuria, almost as old as time itself. I hope you have healthy lungs. This stairway is horrible. And here's another ancient wonder that leaves us absolutely awestruck. A star system, but fascinatingly not our own. Who built it? And why? Does it show the past or a distant future? I propose that it shows both.
Interesting
And
scenery.
another staircase.
Nobody needs a stairmaster in that place.
zucchini. I love zucchini.
Why is Draconia so empty? I thought you were about to go to war. Where's the army?
Wrong. We, that is the Council, have decided to stay out of this war. We're being pressured to change our minds, but as long as the balance of the spheres isn't disturbed, we see no reason to do so.
Blast it. Does that mean there's no army here?
Yes, there is. Over there. The Flying Fortress Keshalri. A masterpiece of elemental air magic. Do you have any more questions before I take you to the prince?
Who is the prince?
The fortress is carried by hundreds upon hundreds of air spirits bound in special crystals, so-called floating stones. The prince is a master of domination magic. He ensures that the spirits remain in the stones and do what is asked of them.
But why a prince?
As Admiral Rahim always puts it so nicely, in times like these, one takes what one can get.
The Holy Army is in the fortress?
Yes, an entire army of clerics. A second army is currently marching from Zorgan to Gore. In 3 days, the two forces will meet right before the plateau and enter the battle together. All that effort just to die. Tragic.
What's wrong with your legs?
I was born with very weak legs. So weak that they didn't grow with the rest of my body. Since then, an air spirit has carried me through life.
Interesting.
Take me to the fortress. I must see this prince.
And once again, you draw hasty, false conclusions. The prince is no longer in the fortress, but rather here, in this hole. Take my hand. Right, there we are. I lured you into a pretty trap, eh? Yes, the prince is a prisoner, and yes, you played into his hands. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
What did he do?
He tampered with the floating stones of the Flying Fortress. He is evil, and thus we've taken him prisoner. You don't know anything about this?
This room is a prison?
Draconia has no dungeon, so we had to do a bit of thinking. We're directly above the sphere's observatory here. The magic of the observatory keeps the matrix of this room stable, which makes it impossible to do magic here. You understand the principle?
No.
Well, it's really quite simple.
What does the prince want with the mask?
Who knows? I didn't even know until now that such an artifact existed.
Let me go. I brought the mask here under a misunderstanding. I'm innocent.
I know. On the way up here, I cast a few spells on you. I know that you mean no evil.
Well, then,
Before I let you go, give me the mask, your staff, and the dagger. It can be no other way. Now, all that's missing is the staff and the mask. And now, the staff. I'll be right back.
Whoever you are, thank you for bringing it here.
had I known you were behind this, I would have thought twice about it. Hello, Kasim. It's me, Sadia.
Satya? Satya, how long has it been?
Since you had me thrown out of the palace, long enough to leave those times behind me.
As if anything has changed since then. I'm still the sole heir of the Mughal dynasty. And you're nothing.
That's where you're mistaken. I'll go into battle against the demon hordes, and I will triumph. All of Avestan will know my name, and everyone will fall to their knees before me in awe.
You really believe that? You can't change who you are, Satya. You'll always be the same person you always were. Second class. Insignificant. My name, on the other hand, my name will be immortal.
Take my hand. I'll take you to a more comfortable place. How do you think they knew each other?
He's a prince, she's a princess. Maybe they're siblings. What I find much more puzzling is how the maid knew about their conversation. He wasn't there. And yet it's written in his journal.
Keep reading.
I took the woman to her chambers. It was obvious that she knew the prince. Yet I still couldn't find any malevolence in her. In order to keep an eye on her, I commanded one of my invisible air spirits to continue watching her. Aha!
I'll leave you alone now. Get some rest. You'll need your strength tomorrow when we send you home.
I didn't come here only to be sent back.
You wear the instrument of a traitor. I doubt Admiral Vahim's going to welcome such a person to his fortress.
Let me talk to him.
There's water on the table. I'll have fresh vegetables brought to you soon. We'll meet again at dawn. Good night.
If you won't talk to the Admiral, then I'll do it myself.
And please stay in your room.
Okay. Well, let's see what we can interact with. You got a plant?
It feels like wax.
Interesting. I don't really have much in the way of materials I can mess with.
Never. I'm tired. But if I fall asleep, they'll take me back to Fazar at dawn. That must not happen.
Alrighty.
How? They locked me up in here.
Woo! Sorry about that. Let's see. Can I grab a piece of the plant?
It feels...
Nope. Okay. Nothing else in the room.
I don't much care for... No. Now that's just uninspired.
Alright, let's see what happens if I try to leave.
I must join the battle. Let me talk to the Admiral.
I'm truly sorry, but no. And now, please go back and sleep.
Huh. Well, now the plant's moving. Why is that?
The leaves are swaying in the wind, but there's no wind here. Hey, you're an air spirit, aren't you? Come to me. Talk to me. Why are you here?
This could get annoying.
Let's play. Let's fly.
Nope. Alright.
Let's dance. Let's play hide and seek. We'll both hide from the mages. What shall we do? They would find us right away in this room. They're growing beautifully.
You were the woman from Fazal, correct? Weren't you sent to your room?
Isn't that strictly my business?
I'll just ask Xerxes. Xerxes!
Xerxes!
Interesting.
In the meantime, I learned to fly without one. No time for idle recreation. It's hot. So this is where they took him.
Xerxes!
Okay. So I gotta get back into this room, but I gotta figure out how do I retrieve stuff.
Xerxes!
Alright. I'm gonna figure out how to get around without being spotted by these guys. There's nobody in here. Awesome.
What kind of sound is that? I've never heard anything like it. What kind of sound? The horns can be turned. The horns can't be turned towards each other. The horns can't... What is that? It sounds like a whisper. What kind of sound is that? I've never heard anything.
Okay, now if I can just figure out the order that these need to go in, then I will be all set. Question is... What What to do, what to do, what to do. Let's see. Now there has to be a reason for this.
Now it's gone.
Alright, that didn't do it.
There it is again. What kind of sound is that? I've never heard anything like it. The whisper is getting louder.
You must find the garden. The name is in the garden, and without the name, the mask is worthless.
I know, but where shall I begin? No one here knows where it is, let alone whether it even exists.
It does exist, but to find it, you need the mask. I'm so close. While the most powerful men in Avestan smash heads in the gory desert, I'll restore the realm of my fathers, and there will be no one left to stand in my way.
Is this the same garden the staff spoke of? What is Kasim planning?
Good question. Let's go find out.
Oh, there you are again. Xerxes?
Alright, well I can't go to either of the rooms that have people in them. Let's see if this guy has left yet. No, apparently not.
Xerxes!
Alright, can't do that.
The time to fly there hasn't come yet. I have to speak to the...
What is this?
Is that her? Yes. But what is she doing here?
Admiral?
I thought the evil mage had locked you up in his tower.
Yes, but I jumped out of the window.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Eh, Wahid?
Take me with you to the battle. I won't disappoint you.
And she has courage. Yes, but no weapon. Besides, she almost played into Kasim's hands. I think it's too risky.
I didn't know about the prince's plan.
I heard, but how do I know that you won't unknowingly aid him again? As long as we don't know his plans, I won't take any further risks.
I eavesdropped on the prince. He's looking for some garden. He wants to use it to seize power after the battle.
Surely not the Garden of Oblivion.
You know something about it?
Well, yes. It's just a legend, but they say there's a hidden cave somewhere in the Rashtulian wall. near the volcano Rastul Kansharot. The cave bears the name the Garden of Oblivion, because everything that takes place there is forgotten by time itself, whatever that means.
Does the legend also mention a mask?
Yes, there was something about that, but I'd have to do some research to be sure.
That doesn't sound like something I need to concern myself with. If Kasim's attention is really on a cave in the Rashtulian wall and not on the battle, then he's no longer my problem, so we can safely turn our attention towards our actual goal.
The Garden of Oblivion? Have you ever heard of that?
No, never. But the story gets stranger from page to page. I may be mistaken, but something about this garden feels wrong. I can't say what just yet.
Keep reading.
Admiral Rahim turned a deaf ear to every warning, but I felt the danger emanating from this garden. The girl, on the other hand, had tasted blood. I think she imagined the garden was something that could help her achieve her ambitions, only she didn't know precisely how.
That's no regular fire. It keeps changing its shape. The halls are filled with the crackling of lanterns. What sort of weapon do I need in order to come with you?
We're fighting against demons, so something blessed would be good. Bring me some kind of weapon, and my companion will take care of the blessing. He's a Deont.
Diont would be more like it.
Ariakos, please.
Does it matter what sort of weapon I bring you?
Something you fought with before. Leave everything else to my cleric.
What do you know about the battle?
It is said that the demon lord Borbarad is planning an invasion of the damned in the Gorian desert, and Rohal the Wise will oppose him. Rohal's troops have been preparing for the big day for months in Zorgan. Meanwhile, more and more demon scum are forcing their way out of Borbarad's portal into the Gorian desert.
A lot of effort for a slaughter that will only last a few hours.
However it may end, it will change Aventuria forever.
Why a flying fortress?
No matter what, we must prevent the plague of demons from spreading. That's why we're carrying the battle directly to Borbarad's door. No living thing has ever faced so many creatures from the nether hells as we will in 3 days' time.
You should know, demons are tough, nearly invincible.
One must lure them onto sacred ground in order to defeat them. And since we can't do that, we'll bring the sacred ground to them. Keshalri is a monumental floating temple, built to carry the light of the gods into the middle of the armies of darkness.
What will it be like to fight against demons?
Horrible. There's nothing more terrible than being exposed to the madness of such a creature.
They don't act or think as we do. Their bodies are not made of flesh and blood, and they're almost invulnerable to common magic.
How does one kill something like that?
With blessed weapons, a lot of luck, courage,
And a gigantic flying fortress.
Simple enough.
Why are you anchored outside Draconia?
The air elementalists helped us build Keshalri. We had hoped they would continue to support us.
but they're only interested in elements and the harmonies of the spheres, not in politics, no matter how bloody.
The Council will merely send a group of observers on board, but no more than that.
Good. Then there'll be someone who can tell the world about me.
That would be much too selfless for that bunch.
The elementalists have long planned to withdraw from the fate of the world. They expect that the battle will make this decision easier for them.
In other words, they hope it'll be so disgustingly bloody that they'll never have to leave their little ivory tower again.
If that ivory tower still exists at that point.
I'll be back soon.
Let's see. Underground vault. Follow the river's course. up to the hall. What's in this underground vault?
There's nothing else in these vaults, just this one room.
Alright then. Let's see what happens if we follow the river. I end up back outside. Let's get back through here. Up the stairs. Alright, huh. Okay, so sorry about that. I had a little text message to answer. Just can't go through the main hall. The plant can't be interacted with anymore. And the bed.
Never.
Okay, so let's get back outside. Let's see if he's still in his little study. Yes, he is. Man.
In the meantime, I look.
Interesting.
No. No. And now, where shall I put it?
Xerxes!
Whoops.
No, but first, the power.
Alright, I got an idea.
And now, where shall I put it?
Thank you.
Xerxes!
Well, did I get the knife at least? Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's go back down and get that enchanted.
Bless this weapon for me.
A simple dagger.
I'm fast and agile with it. It has done me loyal service.
That's enough for me. However, the blessing will take some time. Pick it up from me later.
Well, are you taking me with you or not?
I don't know what you think, Joaquin, but I like her.
All right then. We set sail at dawn. Rest until then. The cots in Keishalri are far less comfortable than those here. You've come just in time, Xerxes. The girl has just joined our army, which in my eyes makes her a good bit more sensible than your entire council.
All right. If you vouch for her, as long as she doesn't hurl us all into disaster, I don't care.
He didn't like that at all.
Quite right. Well, back to the fortress for me. Here's to a glorious battle, you two.
I'm going to look round the library a bit. The talk of this Garden of Oblivion has made me curious.
And here I thought the mage was going to be on our side. Huh. Alrighty.
I hear a whisper, like something evil lives there. What's that? In the center of the darkness, there's a pedestal. And on top of that, feels like a lamp. I'll take it. Huh? Did the darkness come from the lamp then?
Interesting.
They would have immediately joined the army against the demons. They're growing beautifully. I don't want to get too close to Qasim. I won't fly there until I actually have a reason to. Hey, Qasim. He's ignoring me. Come here.
He won't listen to you, Satya. And why should he? You're completely powerless against the forces that surround you.
At least I didn't let them chain me up like a dog. I don't want to get... I won't...
Alright. Can't do anything there just yet.
What are you doing?
Psst. An earth spirit is sleeping beneath us. It sees to the fertility of the soil. Right now, it's asleep. Please be quiet, all right?
They're growing beautifully.
Xerxes!
Calm down. I'm allowed to leave my room now. What sort of room is this?
A workshop.
And what do you do here?
As a law elementalist, I study stones and crystals.
And dangerous artifacts.
Those two.
What are you studying now?
An elemental sphere. Don't bother me, I have a good feeling right now. The work is going very smoothly.
What do you know about this mask here?
I don't like it. It gives me an uneasy feeling.
Examine the mask.
Later.
When later?
Please, stop harassing me with your annoying questions. I feel good about this sphere right now. I need to make use of this inspiration.
You only research things that give you a good feeling?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. With the mask, I associate only cold flesh and death. Does that answer your question?
How are you feeling now?
I associate warmth and light with the mask.
Have you taken a closer look at the stuff on the table?
Briefly,
And?
it is ensouled. Longer study will show what lies within.
Ah. What are these rocks?
Don't be arrogant. They're not mere rocks. They're ores, and very important and valuable to me.
The stone tablet is broken.
Don't remind me. I tripped and now it's ruined every time I think about it.
Alright. Apparently we had a slight interruption, but we're back. Alright, let's see here.
You must have a lot to keep clean.
Yes, and I hate it. I hate this broom.
What's that?
You wouldn't understand even if I were willing to explain it to you.
Not as long as I don't have to.
Oh, thought he'd be interested in that.
Stay away. This artifact might be dangerous.
What are you doing there?
I'm a researcher. I'm researching. How's that for an answer?
He's a friendly sort. Okay.
Is that your tea?
Yes, it keeps me warm. Its aroma reminds me of comforting things and good times.
I wonder.
That won't get me anywhere.
Ah. Hello? Alrighty. Well, let's see.
Hey! No answer. A stone face is protruding from the wall. It's winking at me.
Huh.
Stay away from me with those toys. I could very easily break through this darkness if I wanted to. Stay away from... I could...
I don't see any connection.
Well, I don't see anything else to do here, so I guess I'll head back up. Oh. Wonder if I'm missing something, maybe.
Are you still mute? Fine, we don't have to talk. Are you still mute? Fine.
That's a bit confusing.
They chained it to the table.
Not quite sure what to do here. I'll come back. What's this? She's a slow walker. This is interesting.
It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing. I feel a rhythm, like a heartbeat.
Okay, so there's really nothing I can do in here. Oh wait, what's this?
Behind it, I can see the shape of a large statue.
Okay then. So at some point you gotta break that glass. I just don't know how to do it yet. Unless I want to throw the ruby at it. Okay. Let's try going up here. Yeah. Some kind of library.
It's shiny and clean. Just a moment, there's an odd indentation. I see water on the other side. There's an odd indentation. There's an odd... I see...
Alright, can't do anything there just yet. On to the reading room. Wait, what's this? Oh!
It's ice cold.
Floating books. Cool. Alright, this time for real, we're going to the reading room. She is a really slow walker. Wow.
Why is it so cold here?
The Library of Draconia is supervised by the Ice Faculty. Writing is like ice. It freezes a moment in time. In this case, for eternity. The ice gem in these halls has shown me the way to an ancient text. It's one of the few in which the Garden of Oblivion is mentioned.
And?
It's a travelogue by a mage named Halef ben Jalif. He was a servant of one of the Mogul mages and sent out to find the garden.
Which Mogul mage?
The last of the Moguls, Malakar. Unfortunately, he never found the garden. And fearing punishment, he began to hide from his master's lackeys. He feared that if he were found, they would, here I quote, first place the mask on me, and then transform me into a lifeless artifact.
What sort of artifact?
Who knows? Perhaps a ring or a bracelet.
Or a staff?
Those old Moguls really knew how to ruin someone's life.
What was his name again?
He was called Halef ben Jalif. I wonder if they ever caught him.
What else do you know about Ben Jalif?
Not much. He was given the mask and sent out to find the garden. That's all it says here.
What else do you...
Not... He was given... That's all it's...
Okay.
What does the log say about the garden?
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask. And that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. The rest is just incoherent nonsense.
Are you sure?
Yes. The search for the garden must have gone to Jalif's head. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, separated the garden from our spheres, so that nothing that happens in the garden would have consequences for our reality. Then there's something about lies that become truth, and a hole in the Book of Time. Obviously the inventions of a half-wit.
3 chambers show the way?
Yes, their entrances are located somewhere in Draconia. Keep an eye out for this symbol. You can have the pages, if you like.
Thank you.
However, to open the chambers, you need to have the mask with you. Until you have the mask, there's no point in searching for the chambers.
Are you inciting me to steal?
I'm only here to pass on knowledge. What you do with it is your business, and yours alone.
If I want to enter the garden, I have to find the 3 chambers first, right?
Yes, but before that, you need Malakar's mask. And then you must find and complete all 3 eye symbols.
The garden was created by a servant of time?
Correct. They say this servant sleeps in the 3 chambers and waits for a mage to wake him.
Does it have to be a mage?
Yes. Only the presence of magic will disturb his sleep.
Alright.
Who is Satinav?
Satinav is the guardian of time. He watches over the Book of Time and makes sure that no one disturbs or changes the things written there.
Has anyone ever seen him?
No, he's only a legend.
There's a spell buried in the garden which will awaken the true power of the mask. What is its true power?
It says here that the mask presents its bearer with a choice. He either decides for sweet oblivion or to undo things which once happened, as if they never came to pass.
That sounds very powerful.
Oh yes, it does. More than a few would murder for such power.
Alright. Well, I think we need to go see the mask.
That's enough for now.
You know, I find it curious that you've never heard anything about this at all. I noticed your tattoo. You're a descendant of Malakar yourself, aren't you? Have you learned nothing from your forefathers?
No, I'm hearing about all this for the first time.
And our prince, above the observatory. He's your brother, isn't he? I just wonder what drives you. An uncanny determination glows in your eyes. Either you'll achieve the impossible, or you'll descend into the deepest madness.
I won't be stopped.
I only want to warn you. Please, take care of yourself.
Excuse me just a moment, folks. I'll be back in about a minute. Gotta go take care of something real quick. Alrighty, we're back. Had to get something to drink. Okay. Now let's see. Moving on. Apparently need to get down to where the mask is. So let's go take care of that.
I know now who you are. Your name is Halef Ben Jalif. You were Malakah's servant. He sent you to find the Garden of Oblivion, but you only made it as far as Draconia. As a punishment, the mask was placed on you. Your memory was stolen, and you were made into what you are now. Yes.
What did the staff say?
It's not written here. The aerial elementalist could only write down what his spirit observed, not what happened in Saj's mind.
Rats. I've been waiting for this moment for so long, and now this.
So you're a victim of the mask yourself. I suppose I can forgive you.
Interesting. So, what should I do then? Random guesses here. See what this does.
I've developed an interest in the mask, but first I should finish with the sphere.
I have to know something.
What?
How are you feeling now?
I associate warmth and light with the sphere. I've developed an interest in the mask, but first I should finish with the sphere.
Oh, I got an idea. Okay, well, let's try. That. I can't access stuff in my inventory.
My good feeling about the sphere is fading, but I still feel it.
Alright. Need to wear him down. I'm just stabbing blindly here, people. Well, that did nothing at all. Okay. Huh.
I've developed an interest in the mask, but first I should finish with the sphere.
I have to know something.
Wrong button.
What?
Sorry, folks. Wrong button. I wonder.
The spell only works on living beings.
Okay.
The spell only weren't you once able to petrify people entirely? Maybe you'll recall how you did that. I'd rather not.
I'm at a loss. This isn't doing anything. Alright, I'm gonna try one more thing, and then I'm not quite sure where to go from there.
No, that's not it.
How repulsive. How can something so beautiful come to such ill feelings? Time to devote myself to something nicer. So that's it.
Is there anything new?
The mask is a reservoir. It stores memories.
Sure, by draining them from people.
Yes, but that's trivial. What's really fascinating is that it stores everything which happens around it. It's as though it observes the world in silence and takes note of everything. If we were to succeed in reversing its effect, we would have access to an enormous archive of past times. I have a good feeling about this.
How can the magic of the mask be reversed?
That sort of thing takes time. I would attempt to weave a modification of a reverse Salis into a gemstone and then attach that to the mask. If the spell inside the mask is then recited, it should have the converse effect. Instead of emptying the wearer, it would begin to transmit stored memories to him.
I want you to reverse the effect of the mask.
That will take time. Besides, I lack an appropriate gemstone.
I can take care of that.
Take this ruby, weave the reversal spell into it, and reverse the effect of the mask.
I told you, it isn't that easy. First, I need to examine the quality of the stone. Possibly grind it again.
We don't have time for that. I want to know what the mask knows. Please, you have to do it.
I will, but not yet. Such hasty action would be much too risky.
Do as I tell you.
Such an intervention is dangerous.
I need everything I can get my hands on in order to survive in the gore. My life is at stake here, so do it.
You'll now become either completely stupid or entirely enlightened. Fadan Faskadan, Esplasta Kratan, Umurlo, Gras Farel Goran, Ulbe Mutir, Kerul Felan, Juntir Quatan, Feluntir Sudan. Hey, can you hear me?
I had a vision.
Someone else's memory? So it worked!
You sound surprised.
You're very lucky that you're still able to speak. What else did you learn? Did you learn any new skills? If so, show me. You can cast spells?
I only remember this one spell. Now wait, there's more.
The more frequently you call upon the memories in the mask, the more they'll be accessible to you. Take off the mask. Do you still remember?
No, the spells are gone.
As I suspected, the effect is only active as long as you wear the mask. Put it on again and cast the second spell.
Stop playing with my thoughts. Let me try one more thing. Remove the ruby and put the mask on again. Can you still cast spells?
Yes. I remember more and more.
I'm brilliant! Once the ruby has created a connection between the wearer and the mask, the bond remains even without the stone. That's enough for now. Give me the mask and you can go.
Interesting.
He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose the spell isn't very precise about what sort of stone it transforms someone into. He was turned into a small crystal. I suppose...
Let's change him back. I don't like this.
I'll only transform him back once I know where that garden is. Whatever this is for. What is it? What do you want? The face is reacting to the strange orb.
Interesting.
I think it wants to follow me as long as I have the orb. What would I do with a pile of glittering rocks? No, I can't read it anyway. Even if it were useful in any way, I couldn't carry it. No time for idle recreation. In the meantime, I learned to fly without one. Yes, that's true. Whatever it is, elemental spirits seem to be magically attracted to it.
Oh, okay. Idea then. Let's get to... Right, first off, let's see what's down here. Where am I? I don't see her. Well. Up to the roof.
Yalla, come out. He isn't reacting. Perhaps he's a higher being than the other spirits.
Alright, we'll try that again some other time. She is so slow walking, wow. Oh boy. He said there was an ice spirit in the one room. So we'll get the ice spirit out of the library, but first I'm going to get this water spirit out of the lake. Looks like I already got a North spirit and an Earth spirit. The only question is after that is how to get the air spirit.
Spirits of the water, rise.
Alright.
Spirit of the ice, show yourself. No answer. I don't see any connection.
Maybe he can tell me something more.
Nice to see you again, girl.
What did Jalif write about the garden again?
It says that some sort of magic word is buried in the garden. A word that will awaken the true power of Malakar's mask, and that 3 secret chambers will point the way there. He babbles that the place was created by an ancient entity, a servant of time, and that Satinav, the Lord of Time, separated the garden from our spheres, so that nothing that happens in the garden would have consequences for our reality. Then there's something about lies that become truth, and a hole in the Book of Time. Ah, yet more stupid blather.
If I want to enter the garden, I have to find the 3 chambers first, right?
Yes, but before that, you need Malakar's mask, and then you must find and complete all 3 eye symbols.
That's enough for now. See you later.
Keep me up to date.
It's better if he doesn't learn more than necessary about my plans.
also fire.
Spirit of the ice, show yourself. No answer.
Well, not sure what to do here. Just kind of wandering around blindly now, trying to figure this out. Confusing. Need to go to the core lab or the library. Oh, excuse me. What's downstairs? Oh, wait a minute, that looks familiar.
I feel the mask in my pocket. It's pulling me, drawing me there. Nothing is happening. The spell only works on living beings.
Who is doing magic in my chamber? I've slept for so long. Please, awaken me with your magic. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy. All of a sudden, I'm getting so sleepy.
Right. Like, do I need to turn them back?
All of a sudden, all of a s- all of it, all of, all of a sudden,
The spell only works on... Nothing is happening. This is definitely one of the signets Ariakos mentioned.
Alright, well... What could make him less sleepy?
I don't see any connection. Nothing is happening.
Don't be frightened. Remain seated. There's something you should know. Listen well, and you will understand.
Whoa. Alright, we have a game crash. Alright, bear with me here. I'll see if I can't get this back up and running. Oh, I hate it when they crash to the desktop like that. It's kind of a sudden, abrupt ending, you know? Give me just a second. Hopefully this will be working again and we can continue on. This is just starting to get interesting. I don't want to stop right now. Never really like stopping before the end of a chapter anyways.
Oh, you're still here.
I feel the mask in my pocket. It's put...
Alright. Let's try this again.
Sleep.
That'll never work.
Don't be frightened. Listen well. Once there was Satinav, the guardian of time. Satinav wrote everything that happened, was going to happen, and had happened in his book of time. Anyone who deviated from the path written in the book or sought to rewrite time was punished by Satinav with the worst punishment that could ever be inflicted on anyone. He ripped the poor soul from its existence as if it had never been there at all. What no one remembers is that Satinav had a servant. Me, the Jinn of Time, Memoria. In the name of my lord I roamed the ages, punishing heretics and healing the rents in the fabric of time that their heresy had caused. I was powerful, and yet I was only a servant to the boundless tyranny of a careworn master. Then came the day on which everything would change. When a woman came before Satinav with her dead son, she begged for the life of her child, for an adjustment of time. But Satinav, in his infinite cruelty, would not listen. I, however, took pity on the creature, and in an act of boundless benevolence, I created my mightiest tool.
Never again will anyone lose something so precious.
Weird.
Interesting. Alright.
The fire doesn't react to that. The fire doesn't.
This one looks like it's alive.
Spirit of the flame, come with me.
Ooh, a dragon. Not even sure why I'm gathering the spirits. Just seemed like the right thing to do. But we're going to continue on here to the main hall and her really slow walking. Alright, I'm going to try going back to the library.
I don't much care for random guesswork. I don't see any connection.
Strange. Okay, anyways, up to the library. Figure out the ice spirit is somewhere in this room. Plus we got this window to deal with. Not sure what's going on here. Let's try.
That won't get me anywhere. Is it possible to reverse the effect of the darkness?
Huh.
Yes. Now it's as bright as the sun.
Oh, well, that's cool. Confused.
The light of the lamp is shining through. Tackle that in a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's spirits up there. Forgot about those books. Let's give this a shot. Come out, whoever you are.
Oh, there we go. Alright, well, I won't interrupt his studies. Let's get downstairs and see what happened there where that light's shining through.
It's only a part of the seal. Something's still missing.
What could be missing? Curiouser and curiouser. I wonder. Let's see. Use that again. Why not? It worked before.
The drawing fits exactly.
Oh! Well, okay.
Again, I can barely stay awake. Open my eye. You have returned. Here now, the second act of my tale. The history of the mask.
Okay.
The mask presents the creatures of the world a choice. Upon those who wear it and speak the ancient incantation written upon it, I bestow blessed forgetfulness, so that the pain of loss gives way to an unsullied new beginning. If the wearer speaks my true name, however, I appear to them and fulfill any wish they have. Whatever was lost, I recover from the depths of the past and bring into the present. Thus over the years the dead have awoken to new life, and kingdoms have shone with old glory. My beneficence was boundless, and in my mercy I have overwritten the tyranny of the Book of Time. Yes, it was my name that did all this. My name outshone everything. Not Memoria, as the giants call me, but rather my true name, my secret name. Satinav sought to banish my name into oblivion, but again I outwitted him. In the shadow of Luz, I found the one place into which my master could not see. There I dug a hole, and in this hole I placed my name. And from my name grew a garden. Anyone who wore the mask and found the garden would also find my name.
I sense a quest.
My name in my garden. The garden of eternal oblivion. The garden of my forgotten name.
We're probably gonna have to go there. Ha! Alright. So, Alright, that air spirit. Let's see if I can grab him now that I got the others. Where do I need to go here? Alright, quickest way to the roof is to head outside first. To the roof! Oh, the water's gone. Oh well. Let's see.
He isn't reacting.
Still can't do anything with that. Now, what is the deal with this? I wonder. And bring the other ones there.
With this orb, the elemental spirits
Okay. Well, ice and water are related. Huh? Well, there's only one left. Cool. And here we are again.
You're back. Awaken me, and we can end this tale.
Alright, sounds good.
There's one more thing you must understand. My garden and the sublime miracle of which it is capable. Oh, how I love it. My garden, with my name. How singular it is. How beautiful. And how jealous it makes Satinav. Yes, he hates it. He hates it so much that he separated it from your world. He hates that he cannot see into it, that he doesn't know what happens there. Whenever someone enters my garden, his quill pauses, and a page in his book, in which all else is written, remains blank. He hates it so much he decided that nothing that happens inside it can have any consequence for the world outside. Go in and break a branch, go out, and in the eyes of the world, it was never broken. But whisper what happened in the garden into Satinav's invisible ear, and he will add it to his book of truth. Only then do these actions become reality and the branch broken. Tell him what you will. If he believes you, then every word becomes true. But woe unto you if he learns that you have lied. Then he'll show his true face. He'll pursue you, and he'll tear you to pieces. For he is old, jealous, and depraved. Only I am great. Sadhya, you have come so far. Embark on the final leg of your journey. Follow the path from Draconia down to Satinav's watching pillar. There, I'll appear to you, and if you wish, show you my garden. My garden, my name, my great mercy.
I didn't understand that bit with the branch.
You mean the garden?
I mean everything. The garden, the mask. I couldn't really follow all that, could you?
I didn't think it hard to follow.
Huh.
The Garden of Oblivion. Why does every word become true there?
As far as I understood it, it's because Satinav doesn't know what happens in the garden. But he has to know it in order to write it down in the Book of Time.
Does everything have to be in that book?
Apparently. In any case, his ignorance makes him furious. That's why he made sure that everything that happens in the garden doesn't affect the outside world until someone tells him about it. What would be a good example? Let's say you take a ring into the garden and enchant it there, alright?
All right.
As soon as you leave the garden, the spell vanishes.
Why?
Because you enchanting the ring isn't written in a book of time. And if it isn't written in a book of time, it didn't happen. Only once you talk about it outside the garden.
And Satanav hears me.
And Satanav believes you, only then will he open his book and write, Garen went into the Garden of Oblivion and enchanted Brida's ring. And then the ring is enchanted.
What if I lie?
Well, if Satanav believes you, then the lie becomes true. At least, until he finds out that you lied. Something tells me he doesn't like being manipulated.
You got all that from the journal?
I thought it was obvious.
What can the mask do again?
It presents you with a decision. If you wear it and speak the formula on the inside, you lose all your memories. But if you speak the name of the Djinn of Time, he appears to you and brings a piece of your past into the present.
I guess I sort of understand, but by the 12 the world was mad back then.
Oh, nonsense. On the contrary, back then it was full of real magic. A mask that brings back the past, a garden that makes lies the truth. Compared to all that, the miserable hocus-pocus we know today is nothing.
Keep reading. Oh no. What comes next?
Someone else added something here in the margin. After my princess learned the way to the garden, she came to me one last time. The staff!
How did the staff write something?
I don't know what awaits me there, but I will go to the Garden of Oblivion. I have to know what Cassim wanted there.
Be my guest. I wouldn't dream of standing in the way of your madness.
I want to apologize to you. You always wondered why I freed you from the burial chamber. Well, I needed an audience. Someone who would observe all my deeds and remember them forever. I only needed to impress you enough, and you would have never forgotten me. I used you.
And why are you telling me this now?
It's the garden. It scares me.
Scared? You?
The Djinn of Time is a wrathful being. Also, I could be playing into Cassim's hands there. I'm afraid I'll never come back out, and the world will forget me forever.
Oh, that won't happen. No. You're a wonderful woman. If I had knees, I would have proposed to you a long time ago. I thought you wanted to impress me.
You hated me a moment ago, and now you're in love with me?
What makes you think that? You're the last woman I would fall in love with. The woman I would fall in love with is dangerous and unpredictable. Mysterious. Moody.
That sounds just like me.
No. The woman I would fall in love with is so calculating and devious that I can never trust her. But you, Shalizad, I trust you now. For whatever reason that may be.
The Air Mage already declared his willingness to come along to the Flying Fortress as an observer. I asked him to take you on board with him.
You what? Now that we're finally friends, you're going to send me to my death just like that?
If I survive the garden and make it to the battle, I want to fight alongside you.
Then please survive. I do not want to wind up in the nether hells all by myself.
You won't.
I'm serious, Shalizad. If you don't come out, then I'll come and get you.
Don't worry. It doesn't matter how hopeless my situation is. I always have something up my sleeve. I'll be back soon. Right. There we are.
Okay.
It seems to be just a normal old rock.
I know that symbol. Interesting.
First, I should make sure I can get out again.
And oh yeah, rope. Down we go.
You really did come. Put on my mask. And dream of my name.
Okay, I have no idea what that says.
What an honor. My ruby on the holy mask of the Djinn of Time. Satya, really? Now all I lack is the name of the Djinn.
As if I would ever tell you that.
Oh, you don't need to. Have you forgotten that we're in the Garden of Oblivion? Everything that happens here will only be real if someone tells Satinav about it. My servant will simply claim that I found you here and tortured you until you finally told me the name. No actual blood and only one little lie. But the lie will be truth in the eyes of the world. I'll leave this place and it'll be as if you really had revealed the name. But shh, keep it between us.
I will find you, and I will destroy you.
Of course you will.
Well now, isn't that a pickle? Where'd the ruby go? He dumped it out somewhere. Huh.
There you are. I thought you were going to abandon me. Let's get out of here.
Pays to make friends with spirits.
Halt! One move and you're dead.
Oh,
Climb back into the hole. Now!
you're a girl of the streets, am I right?
Shut your mouth.
Yes, you are. You're not tattooed. Cassim has always loved playing with destitute little girls.
Shut your mouth.
Why are you trembling? Shouldn't I be the one who's afraid?
Kazim said I should kill you if you don't obey.
Really?
Don't make me do it.
Let me go. Cassim will never learn about it.
This isn't about Kazim.
Well, what is it about?
It's... I lied for him. And now back into the hole. No one must see you.
Go on. Shoot.
This is my last warning. Jump into the hole.
You told the world that Cassim tortured me, and that I told him the name of the Djinn as a result.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth right now.
What did you tell Satinav? How did Cassim torture me? Huh?
I'm going to shoot you.
Do it. Kill me.
I can't.
Oh. You can't kill me. At least not out here. You said that I died in the garden, didn't you?
Stop it.
But then, how can I be standing here, talking to you? By the gods. Where did she go?
Satinav tore the girl to pieces. With that, He corrected the course of things. The prince no longer knew the name of the Gem of Time, and Sadja was once again free. My air spirit took her to the Flying Fortress and then reported back to me. Although it's impossible for him to lie, I advised him to be careful with his report. Every event that took place in the garden must be told as close to the truth as possible in order not to play into the hands of the gardener's twisted logic. That ends the entry.
Is that all?
Right at the end, there's something on the last page.
What's that shouting outside?
I'll look. Garon! The Ptolemies have been spotted in the forest. The town is preparing to hunt them down.
This on top of everything else.
This time the army and the School of Arcane Combat are involved too.
Can you try to stop them?
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks.
Well, as usual, as soon as it gives me a chance, I'll be done for today with this.
The whole forest is swarming with mages and soldiers. We should split up. How's your wing?
Fine.
Good. Then you can search the forest from above and I'll stay below. We'll meet back here. You got that?
Yes. I hope I can find this place again.
Nuri, this is your old waterfall. You lived here for years.
Yes, that's right.
She's starting to forget. That's not good. Okay. We're going to go ahead and save this for now. This will do it for Memoria for today. Actually played this for a couple hours now, despite a couple of interruptions there in the connection. So, go ahead and do that and exit. And thank you everybody for watching the stream again. I will be back. Well, I was only supposed to do this Monday through Friday, but you know what? I'm really getting into this game. I will probably be back tomorrow to do this, and we'll keep playing the game. Why not? It's fun. I'm enjoying it. I can't guarantee I'll be back at 10 tomorrow, but I will be back as soon as possible. If you want to continue watching this, go ahead and put click on the follow link in my Twitch stream, and it will notify you when I'm back on. But for now, thank you very much for watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.